Hello, everyone. I'm Craig Norman, and I'm your moderator for this week's virtual trade show. Thank you for taking time out of your day to attend today's event. Before we get started, though, on behalf of the ABB Optical Group, I thought it's most appropriate to acknowledge the global emergency that's affecting us all. No doubt the crisis we are encountering is unprecedented. It's one that is forcing all of us to reprioritize everything we do, while each day bringing new challenges that are causing us to continuously recalculate our course. We all have a responsibility to do what we can to protect our family, friends, patients, and business. To get through these times, we have to be more creative than ever before. We must over-communicate, we have to adapt, and we have to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. Most of all, we have to take this time to align and band together to help each other, even if it is from great distances. These are the very words that ABB has been preaching internally to stay committed to doing their part to help customers navigate through these times. This mindset is the foundation for events like this webinar, the patient resource kit that launched last week, and the updates made to the direct ship-to-patient program. ABB continues to maintain a full distribution center, call center, and lab operations. The company also continues to implement actions to protect the health and safety of you, the customers, and the employees. The focus today is to do all that's possible to equip you with the appropriate tools and support to manage through this time. The webinar series this week will focus on a variety of topics to assist you in your day-to-day operations. They will be centered around available ABB solutions to share best practices, success stories, and technologies to increase efficiencies and drive revenue. All said, each of us participating in these webinars are grateful to have you in attendance today and appreciate your continued support. Last thing I want to mention before we meet our speaker this evening is that the ABB Optical Group is made up of what they refer to as three business pillars. One is the contact lens area that manages and provides soft contact lenses, just about every brand that is available, and also specialty vision products with a multitude of brands and products that they fabricate themselves. ABB Labs offers lab services for the production of spectacle lenses combined with frames for offices, and also for those offices that like to fabricate their lenses in-house, they offer the full variety of stock lenses. And then lastly is the business solutions pillar. And this is quite interesting because it addresses those areas of the practice that many times the eye care professional is lacking either the history or know-how or the wherewithal to be able to answer a lot of those important business questions. ABB AutoShip is one of those business solutions. ABB Analyze, powered by Glimpse, is a very interesting dashboard that looks at not only your practice, but how it relates to similar practices across the US. And tonight's discussion is going to be regarding ABB Verify, which is powered by Affinity Analytics. And I think you'll find quite interesting is it helps you to determine what benefits the patients have. Our speaker this evening is Miguel Rodriguez. Miguel's got a really stellar background in the eye care field. He's experienced many things from owning his own practice to being involved in sales, lecturing, really well-rounded on the ABO NCLE side of it, along with this very interesting area that he's going to be discussing with us this evening. Miguel, how are you doing tonight?
Hello, Craig. Thank you very much. I'm doing great. Thank you, everyone, for joining. All right. Well, let's get started. Through our demonstration of ABB Verify, we're going to be talking about ABB Verify and ABB Verify On Demand. They are two different solutions. One of them will require an integration to your practice management system. The other one will work on its own. You'll simply log into a website and you'll be able to use it. So let's get started. Let's talk about the 5 time wasters and frustrations plaguing practices everywhere. The amount of time spent by your staff searching for and verifying eligibility. maximizing the spend and frequency of the vision care patient visits, driving multiple pair sales, recalling and managing exam-only patients, and struggling to enable staff to focus on more customer-facing tasks. So how do we address these needs? Well, in order to address these needs, you need to have access to targeted marketing so that your patients are aware of their unused benefits, and this will help release the untapped potential of the revenue that this will generate for your practices. The offices also need a solution that runs seamlessly with minimal staff interaction. You'll also need to understand your ROI, so you'll need a good reporting tool or dashboard for your system. And you'll have significant time savings by eliminating manual tasks. But what is ABB Verify? Well, ABB Verify, powered by Affinity Analytics, is a software solution designed to increase your practice's revenue while improving your staff's efficiency by taking full advantage of a patient's vision care benefits. ABB Verify on Demand is a tool that will allow your staff to search across all of your in-network vision care payers on one site for your patient. So this happens many times in a practice. Somebody walks in, they tell you they have vision care benefits and that they'd like to use them for an exam and some glasses. Your staff says, great, what do you have? And we all know the answer 9 times out of 10 is going to be, I don't know. Can't you find out? And your staff is left with logging into multiple vision care payer websites and searching for the patient, which is rather time consuming. And it could be that they go through all of them and the patient doesn't have any of them that you're in network with. So this will allow you to do it all from one site. Simply log in, enter the patient's information, click search, and you'll be able to find it. The results come up in as little as 30 seconds. Very, very quick. And you could see on the slide here that we're able to identify multiple pair benefits. We know that 5 to 15% of the patient population has multiple pair benefits. My vision care is through VSP. My wife's plan is through IMED. So if you ran me through the tool, you would find VSP and IMED. This particular example, this patient had VSP and Spectera. And it will also help identify an active plan. So you see this here will tell you they had IMED, but they no longer have it active. That will help your staff address those situations where a patient is insistent that they have a particular plan. You could say, well, you might have, but you no longer do. Okay, so practice impact. We talked about some of this a little bit in the previous slide as I was showing you the screenshot, but there's also a search history available. So you do not have to search for the same patient again. You just go into the history and look at the results. This will help reduce write-offs and underpayments because your staff will have the exact vision care eligibility information available to them. And talk about patient experience, right? Everybody nowadays wants to improve that patient experience, and finding those results that quickly is going to make a lot of people pretty happy and very impressed, not the least of which will be your staff. We also have part of the ABB Verify platform, the unused benefits targeting. This is where we will target patients who do not have an appointment and who have vision care benefits available from a payer that you are an in-network vision care provider. And we communicate these benefits via email and text. There's very little staff interaction needed. It pretty much runs on its own. You only need to keep your vision care logins up to date in the platform. You'll see the dashboard, a sample momentarily. That'll give you your results. Okay, so the reality of unused benefits. We know that on any given month, 20% of your patient population has eligible vision benefits. We also know that by contacting these patients via email and text, to make them aware of these benefits, we'll be able to drive 5% of them to return within 30 days of having received that message and spend on average $300. So to put some numbers to that, let's say you have 5,000 vision care patients. 20% will be 1,000. We'll message those, and 50 or 5% will return within 30 days and spend the $300. and that'll generate $15,000 in revenue for your practice on a monthly basis. Substitute your practice numbers for these numbers, and you'll have a better idea as to what your return will be. And here is the dashboard. This report you'll be able to run on the first of the month, and it will give you your results for the prior month. And this is an actual ABB Verify practice we've de-identified. So this particular practice, we analyzed close to 15,000 patients. We found 1,442 benefits. We sent 1,959 messages. 173 appointments were created, and over $46,000 in revenue was generated in this month for this practice. Here's further breakdowns of some of the things that you see up here, like unused benefits, messages delivered, influence, and then on the bottom, you have your daily activity. So we do not send out all these messages in one time because that would overwhelm potentially your staff with questions. So what we do is we break this down into batches and we send it out during days that your location is open and during your business hours. This way there's a high probability that if that patient calls in, you have a staff member who will be able to answer their questions in regards to this. It also shows you when the actual appointments were created and when the orders were created that resulted from the campaigns. So with that, let's actually get into the platform and show this to you live. Here's the on-demand login, and you would log in to a website like you see right here. If you have any passwords expiring, it will let you know, and you could fix them very easily. This list on the right-hand side is the list of in-network vision care payers for your location. In this case, my test location. If you're a multi-location practice, you can drop down and select a different location. The required fields are first name, last name, date of birth, city, and state. Those are the things that you will need to enter in order to execute a search. And let's actually get through a search here for you right now. So as I said, first name, last name, date of birth, city, and state are required. We've blurred out the PHI here so that we can show it live. If you want to create an authorization, you can do so by clicking that Create Authorization checkbox. You could select what you want to authorize for, whether it's all or just material or just exam, and then you hit search. You can see that all of the wheels start turning there. It is searching across all of those payers. The ones that come up in red, patient was not found there. Patient was found to have IMED. Anything with a red X means they're not eligible. Anything with a green check mark means they are eligible. And in this case, again, 2-pair benefits. They have VSP and they have IMED. You can view the PDF or download it, and this PDF will have all of the details on the ability, just like you would get if you had gone to the site. Okay, that is ABB Verify on-demand tool. Again, that one requires no practice management integration. The next one we're going to show you is the unused benefits functionality, and here your staff is going to log in and they're going to go to their unused section. And this is the list of patients that we analyzed on this particular month and determined they have unused benefits, and we went ahead and messaged them. So from a workflow perspective, when that patient calls your practice and says, hey, I got a text message the other day, something with my benefits. What was that? Well, they're going to come in here and type in the patient name and they're going to hit search. As soon as that patient comes up, they're just going to click on the plus sign here to expand and see the details. And then they click again to expand on the benefits. Click on the benefits tab. There's all your information. So here they would say, yes, Mr. Patient, you have IMED and you have a $10 exam copay, $150 frame allowance, $130 contact lens allowance. You're eligible every calendar year. And that's the information. You can go ahead and book the appointment for them. The PDFs are here as well in case you want to view or download them. This is their eligibility PDF, just like we saw in the previous on-demand screen. Some other tabs here of note: dependents. You will see if they do have dependents under their plan. They do show up right here. You don't see their eligibility, but you would see that they actually have dependents on there. Okay, this list is actually available for you to export and download it, and you can sort and filter as you like. There are some practices that like to make phone calls to these patients to let them know about these benefits, aside from the emails and the texts that are going out from the ABB Verified platform. Next thing we want to talk about is one of the success stories. So this is Mandy Miller from Eagle Mountain Eye Care. She says that ABB Verify has been a total game changer for our staff and our patients. My staff is able to be more efficient by eliminating the need to hunt down benefits that a patient may or may not have. Patients are being directed into our office because of the emails that are sent out informing them of the unused benefits. This brings more revenue into the office, and the patients love not wasting what they have paid for all year. So very impactful. We have several others that we've received already from the ABB Verify practices. And a reminder, these practices are seeing an average return on investment of 20 times what they're paying for the service. So a great return on investment. And testimonial actually talks to the second part of the ABB Verify platform that we're not going to be discussing here, but you can always get more information on a subsequent demo or by speaking to the ABB Solutions team. But it is our automated vision care eligibility tool. And what that does is, again, via the integration to the practice management system, we have access to your schedule of appointments. A week in advance, we go out and check their eligibility, and we pull authorizations for the payers that require authorizations. That could save your staff as much as 40% of the time that they spent doing this, because we're going to go out and do this for them. Very, very straightforward, very powerful tool. Right now, we will be running until the end of March, so March 31st, our virtual trade show special offer. And the first 100 practices to sign up by March 31st, we will waive the installation fee. This is a minimum value of $350 that you will receive if you sign up by March 31st. And again, this is only for the first 100 practices that sign up. And for more information, you can contact the ABB Solutions team at abbsolutions@abboptical.com. You can reach out to your ABB rep, and the ABB Solutions team will actually be in touch with you within 24 hours of this demo to gather some information from you, and they'll be able to put together a customized proposal for your practice that will include an estimated ROI for you. Okay. That is the presentation. Thank you very much.
Excellent, Miguel. And please, audience, don't run away. We have a number of questions that have come through, and I would like to open it up also if anybody wants to ask something additional. The first one relates to the return on investment that you addressed. Is there a typical number that one should expect?
Yes, we're seeing, well, it's going to vary depending on the practice and how much vision care you have and all of that. But as of right now, of the average of all the ABB Verify practices on the platform, they're seeing an average of 20 times return on investment. And that's only factoring in the unused benefits. That's not factoring in all the time savings from the automated vision care eligibility piece. That is a big plus as well.
Okay, good. Another one relates to the communication with the patients. Does the software program continue to message patients even though they elected not to use their benefit?
Yes, so the software will actually message that patient one time per month per channel, as long as they have benefits. So the first thing they get is the email. And if they don't respond to that email within 3 days, and by respond, we mean either if they don't book an appointment or if they don't purchase materials, then they will get the text message. And that will be it for that month. And what will happen is the following month, when we run the patient list again, if they still have benefits, it will do the same thing. One email followed by one text.
Okay. Does it print out VSP authorizations?
Yes, those PDFs that you saw during the presentation you can print those out. You can download them to your system, whether it's just eligibility or whether they're authorizations from any of the payers. You can definitely print them or download them.
Okay, good. This is a time-saving question that obviously takes away a lot of the manual work that is involved. And so the question is there any idea on what time savings are compared to doing this manually?
Sure. So the automated vision care eligibility component will give a time savings of around 40%, up to 40%. It depends, again, on the different practice workflows and how many different payers they're in network with, et cetera. So say could be up to 40% time savings.
Okay. Does the pulling of the routine eye exam benefits interact with medical insurances, Blue Cross, Blue Shields, for instance?
Great question. We do get that question almost every demo that we do. ABB Verify focuses on vision care because there's not been anything out there that actually can get that information like we do. So that has been our focus. Medical insurance or medical eligibility is something that has been available for years via the clearinghouses. Any of the major clearinghouses, whether it's Gateway or Change Health or Apex or any of the others, have that as a nominal add-on service where you can get that medical eligibility. With that said, we are exploring as something down the line in our development pipeline to look at perhaps adding medical, because we are getting that question a lot from ABB Verify customers.
Okay. Can Verify on Demand be used for my practice regardless of EMR system? I think you addressed this, but can you address it once again?
Absolutely. So yes, you can use the ABB Verify on Demand component. That's the one where you're just logging into a website and you're going to do your search right there on that one screen. That requires no integration whatsoever. You're just going to type the information in, hit search. If you want to create that authorization, you would check that create authorization checkbox, select the services you want to authorize, and away you go.
Miguel, is there a monthly fee for Verify?
There is a monthly fee. It's going to vary, and the ABB Solutions team will be in touch to gather some information from your practice, and then they'll provide you with a customized proposal that'll include all the details, and they'll be able to answer any questions for you. That will include an ROI estimate as well.
Excellent. So this addresses the future. Are you in talks with OfficeMate the same as you are with Eyefinity?
So yes, we are currently in talks with OfficeMate, Eyefinity, Acuity Logic. It's the same ownership to add integration into their platforms. We are in early conversations with them, as well as some other companies up there, Uprise, Maximize. There's several other players in the practice management space, and we are looking to add more as time allows, and as their development team also has time to work on that integration with us.
Okay. So many of our patients have flex spending accounts. Can the platform be used to manage them also?
Not at this time, but we have gotten that question a couple of times. So also something we might be looking into at some point down the development pipeline.
All right. So there's just one more this evening, and that is, do I need to sign up all of the practice locations? I'm guessing if they have multiple sites.
Yes, that's correct. So we do have several multi-location practices on the ABB Verify platform. The answer is no, you don't have to sign up all of them to start. There are some of them that started with one location, and then after they were on for a month or two, they decided to add the rest, but you do not have to sign all of them up at one time. Okay.
Miguel, do you have any closing comments you'd like to make?
Well, I want to thank everyone for joining us and allowing me to walk you through this ABB Verify presentation. Very excited to be able to help eye care practices, especially at this challenging time. We know that when you all reopen your practices and get back to normal or what normal will be, this tool can really be helpful in driving those patients to your practice very quickly, as well as providing your staff a tool to be able to quickly and easily identify those patients' vision care benefits. We know that's going to be a huge plus with some practices perhaps not being able to bring back all the staff immediately. We really look forward to helping you come out of this stronger.
Okay, excellent comment. I would like to just build upon that and thank everybody also for their time.